she's probably wrong from a business standpoint, but artist to artist, she's right. Because
she did it on the strength of him.
Me and my people and your people link because of me and you.
Yeah.
So she's gonna hold him accountable
yep.
no matter what. And she's not wrong for that. Like if I did, like in the world we live in, because Jay is so strong, you just don't say anything about him or his team because they're that strong.
That powerful. But Nicki ain't no baby pup either. Ain't no small pup either.
Nicki is like on the other side of her career. She's like, and what?
I love that too.
And by the way, I respect her for that. It's like that's why I think we like sports so much. It's like watching Giants finally go head to head. Okay, yeah. Right? And to me, it was like the only thing that shocked me was I was like, man, listen, man, Hove and they are the best. Nigga, they don't play. Nobody fucks with them. It's like
they're untouchable.
It's like they damn near untouchable, right? It's like they damn near untouchable, right? Even when you try
I want to get back to that for a second, man. I'm not here to defend anybody. I really don't like when people who open up doors as black people get shitted on publicly like that. I just don't like it. I think in that case, what Nicki did was wrong. To bring up Tidal, his streaming company, that he gave you equity in, that you didn't sign the fucking paperwork, and that's the reason why you left millions of dollars on the table. That man didn't do nothing to you. To be talking about somebody who's putting, whether it be Kendrick or Wayne or Drake or Usher, he's putting them on the biggest stage. That's what we should be applauding. That's growth.
Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit. And I'm glad that we have a journalist here in Toby, because somebody can keep us honest. I have no bias to this. So the only thing I will say is I hate how Stoute defended Jay. And the only reason why I hate how Stoute defended Jay was because Stoute is the biggest OG from Queens.
So it's like what he says is law now.
Yeah, it's kind of like, nigga, Russell's in Thailand somewhere, Bali, wherever he is. Steve Stoute is no more Irv Gotti. I can't think of a bigger voice of representation than Stoute for Queens, where Nicki is from. But I understand friendship over, you know.
People are always going to come to Jay-Z's defense.
But not only that, Jay-Z played a huge role in building Stoute. Like, huge role. Jay-Z owns a piece of translation style. I understand why, because Jay-Z did a lot for him. Jay-Z is brilliant because Jay-Z understands the power of friends. And he makes friends with to the point where, Roc Nation, they smart, man. I've always given them that, always given them credit for what it is. They're smart, how they move.
I feel like they got some weird tactic, though.
No. They have tactics that a lot of people don't like because it's not how black folk have been taught.
Okay.
So how do you feel about what LaRussell was saying about how they tried to give him that deal, the $15,000 deal, and then turned around
a couple years ago
and was like, oh, nah, that's the wrong contract?
So I'm not saying LaRussell is not lying. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I did work at Roc Nation during that time.
Okay.
And we would be on the chats and they would be like Omar would come to the chat and be like, who in here is talking to LaRussell? Because he's saying this stuff. And then, everybody knew that was my homie, so I just was quiet on it. But my whole point is that I don't know. People don't understand. When you say Roc Nation, first of all, let me tell you something. Jay-Z, I worked for the label for 2 years. Jay-Z has nothing to do with the label. It's just Jay-Z is running the company. Like, Roc Nation is not a label.
So what do you think happened in that moment?
What moment? Oh, Rocky's trying to get to... Well, what I think probably happened is that somebody represented Roc Nation, spoke to LaRussell. You got to understand something also. I hope I'm not getting no trouble for this. But you got to understand something about Roc Nation. Jay-Z is the plug to everybody around him. Memphis Bleak label deal, Jay-Z is what Roc Nation, right? Like, everybody, they are a family over there, how they move. Like, everything is together. So, if Bleak is dropping a book, if Bleak wife is dropping a book, you better believe Rock Nation is gonna distribute. Like that's how they move. They keep it
in-house.
They keep it in-house. So Jay is a very loyal guy and he has family members who have label deals also. Like, you know, I work for the label. Like, you know, if you was with him, he gonna give you an opportunity
to show yourself, to show out,
to feed yourself. He gave you an opportunity to feed yourself, but Jay-Z doesn't run Rock Nation, the label. You got to remember, he worked at Def Jam for 3 years because I think he wanted to learn how to run a label from a major standpoint. And once he worked at Def Jam, Tata and them, he gets them, now they in. So now when I put it like this, I've done records on Rock Nation, big artists like Rihanna, we got hits on Rihanna. We never talked to Jay-Z. If you talking to Rihanna, you're talking to Jay Brown or Tata. Them the niggas that run the show. You're not talking to Jay-Z about it. So I think a lot of people give Jay-Z flack for Rock Nation. A lot of people don't know that. But they don't know that he doesn't run the label. By the way, he's also a global star. He's a superstar. He's
doing his own thing.
He's more like figurehead.
He's more the figurehead that he has people running the company. So when people, that's why Jay don't really speak about against when people say about Rock Nation, because that could have been Jay's nephew who was trying to sign Russell. Why wouldn't you? Shit. Yeah. Jay, my uncle, gave me a label. I'm gonna try to sign something big. Of course. So he tried to sign Russell. Probably makes him a BS offer, because another thing that you got to remember is when you come through a subsidiary, you got to cut them up. I can't give, if I'm Rock Nation, I can't give Rocky $1 million if she's signing somebody. I can give Rocky $500,000 if she's signing somebody, but I can't give her $1 million if she's signing somebody, because our splits get taken down. You probably own the masters, everything. Like, so it's just different.
It's not a waste of investment.
The way Rock Nation moves is a lot of people in the business hate it because, number one, Jay-Z is the biggest. He's the most famous rapper probably around, smartest rapper, and everybody with him. I mean, everybody with him is gonna get money. That's with him. So of course, how many people you think try to bang on Jay-Z door to get with Rock Nation that failed, that eventually hate him? Now they hate him because they see, I'm not that nigga. I don't hate when I fail. Like, if I failed, it was me. That's why I addressed the ODB shit. Like, I fucked that up. I should have said Brooke, but I was really focused on the lyrics. And by the way, ODB wasn't even my point. My point was the Yin Yang Twins. So I wanted to get their shit right?
Clarify that up.
But yeah, I think a lot of people give Rock Nation flack. And now let's get to Nicki. Now,
saying Jay-Z owes her this money, or should it have went to somebody else?
Well, she's probably wrong from a business standpoint, but artist to artist, she's right. Because
she did it on the strength of him.
Me and my people and your people linked because of me and you.
Yeah.
So she's gonna hold him accountable yep. No matter what. And she's not wrong for that. Like, if I did, like, in the world we live in, because Jay is so strong, you just don't say anything about him or his team, because they're that strong.
That powerful. But Nicki ain't no baby pup either. Ain't no small pup either.
Nicki is like on the other side of her career. She's like, and what?
I love that too.
And by the way, I respect her for that. It's like that's why I think we like sports so much. It's like watching Giants finally go head to head. Okay, yeah. Right? And to me, it was like the only thing that shocked me was I was like, man, listen, man, Hov and they are the best. Nigga, they don't play. Nobody fucks with them. It's like
they're untouchable.
It's like they damn near untouchable, right? It's like they damn near untouchable, right? Even when you try to do the rape charges, whole stuff, like, nigga, please don't play with my name.
Stand on this. I know I touched that girl. Yeah.
So they really are the smartest people in the business. I just think a lot of people resent them because they're smart. They're always winning, and he's married to Beyonce also. So
that's what happens when you win it. You don't get haters.
It's just he wrote the script better than anybody else could, and he's still winning with it. And I can get why that would irritate some people's spirits.
Irritate a lot of people.
I can understand it, but Nicki, to me, I don't know what to say because I don't know what's going on. But what I will say is I like that she's holding that nigga accountable, because she's like, hey nigga, because if I got 80 people on my team and the 80th person does something stupid, the world, it's still me.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yep.
If business didn't work out because you're a lawyer, I'm still coming to you. Yep. And to me, the most interesting thing is, how does it play out? This is one of those, we never said this before. We should keep an eye on this one because Jay is quiet. He never speaks. And Nicki doesn't let up unless she gets tired.
Yeah, Nicki doesn't shut up. So
it's like, how is this gonna play out? Like, I'm like, does B call her and be like, girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be always wondering that shit because, you know, it's giants.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think she said something about Beyonce too. She kind of threw a shot at Beyonce about the business too.
Yeah, but that's my point. Listen, bro, I'm glad we're bringing this up. Because when I speak about Jay-Z, I want people to understand I speak as a fan. I don't speak as his peer. I don't consider myself Jay-Z's peer. Like, I was 16 when he dropped. I was 15 when he dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they were my idols. Rockefeller, like, if you was young coming up in that era, you want to be like Rockefeller. So when I speak on certain things like losing respect for Jay, I don't know the man to lose respect for him as a person. Because Shannon Sharp brought it up on his show. And I'm like, let me just make that known. I don't know Jay-Z. I don't have his number. I don't know anything about him. I speak about him as a fan. But as a fan, nigga, I built my own little small empire watching niggas. So I can understand why I irritate you when I talk. But nigga, all I'm doing is calling the plays that I saw you call. Ain't that the game?
Right.
Ain't that the game? You make something, I watch you, and then I can emulate that?
I'm supposed to copy it.
I'm supposed
or do
to
it
do
to
that.
my level to the best of my ability.
I'm supposed to do that. And to be honest with you, like, I'm hoping that Roc Nation, like, I feel like they need to open up their doors and let some allies in.
It's too closed off. It's too, like, family orientated.
It's too, Jay famously said, less is more. It's the little amount of people getting all the money. Don't forget, nigga, they gangsters with how they gangsters. They will take your shit. They will take your shit. And by the way, that's how white folks move every day. It's just when you black, it's sad that you're doing that to your people.
You feel like you have to give them that decency.
Yes, but
white people not giving you that decency.
White people they're not giving each other that. They're like, for them, it's business is business.
Business is business.
Like, I'll cut your head off to feed my family, and then tomorrow hopefully you cut someone's head off, and we can meet at the golf course,
cool again.
and we'll be cool again. But
that's
what I'm trying to tell you. But like, they're scary. Like, I remember working in a label meet. I worked at one of my major label jobs, and the CEO of the company, it was an artist, right? And this was the first time, and this is a white man. I ain't gonna lie. This is the first time I ever heard someone in my presence publicly speak bad about Jay. Like, in my presence, what I mean. So we in the staff meeting, it's like 50 people and major label, and I was an artist that they had or they was doing. And I was like, yo, I'm like, nigga, I want all my nigga. I'm like, Jay-Z, I got the artist. That's how we should do this. And one of the guys look up, he's like, nobody makes money with Jay-Z but Jay-Z. Nobody that gets in business make money with him but him. And that shit just stuck with me because I'm a nigga. And not only am I a nigga, hey nigga, I love Hove, my nigga. I love Jay, nigga. Don't talk about that nigga and like, that shit bothered me.
Don't disrespect me like that.
But I had to accept it and sit in it. And I started paying attention. Like, damn.
Was he telling the truth?
When you watch your favorite superhero movie, that nigga kills thousands of people.
To save one or two people.
We usually don't care because they're considered bad people to us, right?
Yeah.
But when you watch Iron Man and he's blowing shit up, people are dying.
Yeah.
It's just bad people. It's how you look at it. It's who you're a hero for. Jay is a hero for him and his. And that's why I think a lot of people frustrated him because a lot of people wanted to get at his table because they love him so much, then realize
he's not letting you sit.
I don't give a fuck how much money you make him. You ain't Emery, nigga.
You not sitting with me, bro. You're not eating with me.
I don't give a fuck how much money you make me. You ain't Tata, nigga. Tata. What they don't understand is like, I watched them as a kid. Like, Tata running Jay-Z and Tata telling stories about how he would run downstairs to his house to get milk. Like, that's a different relationship,
Absolutely.
bro. That's a different love, bro.
Yeah.
And by the way, he did right. He got his crew with him. Lenny been with him 30, like, dog, since I've been in the business, Lenny is, all these guys are killing it because of this man. And they all acknowledge him. Stoute, that's one thing I had to learn. When I started getting in the music business, I didn't hang out with them. I'm not lying. Like, I'm not going to front. But I hung out with people who were with them, right? And they would always tell me how they thought, right? Because they was trying to recreate the Roc Nation thing, and I was one of their chess pieces. So obviously I wasn't in the room with them but I would know, I'm a young nigga. I would know how they, talk, how they thought and everything. And bro, one time I'll tell y'all the truth. One time Roc Nation tried to buy my company. They tried to hire me. And to be honest with you, I think, I would say this to Roc Nation. I think the only reason our Roc Nation has not dominated the business world, like they can be a conglomerate. The only problem is they don't let people in. If you come in, you with them 100%. So I was about to do something with them. Like, this is 10 years ago. This is not this recent stint. This recent stint, I was just a consultant for Omar and Shari, all my peoples. But the first stint, they tried to do something with me. I'm like, man, you don't think I want to throw up the ROC? But I also want to throw up Ray too. My kids can't throw up the ROC.
Of course.
My kids can throw up Ray though. So for me, I'm like, I want to get with y'all, but I also want to have my own. And
so to join them, they basically kill you, and then you
gotta, they don't see. You're saying the wrong words to kill you. To join, like, no. You gotta look at it like this. Look at it like this. You gotta see. I don't want to make them bad people either. You gotta look at where they are in their race.
Right.
Where they are in their race. They're trying. I don't know. If the goal is to be a bigger and bigger conglomerate, that means growth is the goal, right? So in their mind, they can't afford to have Moski 50-50.
Okay.
They can't afford, we can't afford Moski 50% of the time. We need you 100%, which I respected. I respected it. That's why I didn't do it, because I have my own publishing company. I have my own, I got writers signed to me. And if I work for them, that means everybody I work with from that point forward has to go to them.
Right.
So it was kind of like, but if you work at a major label, they don't give a fuck. Well, they didn't. They probably do now, but they didn't. So major labels is like, come build your business with us. Roc Nation will let you build your business with them if they were vested in it at the time, but they can't. That's how you grow into a fourth major. I was watching this thing on Martin, where they said Martin he makes so much money a year. No, the guy that created Martin is the same guy that created the Jamie Foxx show. Same guy created it. Martin was created first, by the way, 94. He's getting checks off Martin to this day. Now, he does Jamie Foxx show with UPN. It's a new network. They can't give you the same term. They can't afford to give you the terms that Fox give you. So Roc Nation can't afford to have people working for them that's running for 500 other people. That they don't, every dollar they spend matters. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't like it, but I always respected it because I respect business. Like, just because you have business don't mean you have to let me eat. Just because you found a way to feed your family don't mean you have to let me eat. That's the truth. So but
wait, but you're saying Martin he had a better deal with, and that's that's what he's still making checks off of?
Yeah, he don't make money off of Jamie Foxx show. He said that because UPN was a new station, so they couldn't give you certain reversions.
Couldn't give you the
certain
but
back
wouldn't
end.
you think that Martin is more successful than Jamie Foxx show?
It doesn't matter. He started Jamie Foxx after Martin. He should have got the deal he wanted.
No, but what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be wiser?
Martin was his first hit.
He came in with the leverage.
Martin was his first hit.
But you said he's more successful off of Martin.
No, he makes more money off Martin. He was
because
a showrunner
UPN
on Martin.
couldn't cut him the back end type of checks because they didn't have it. They didn't have the funds in it.
They can't get UPN is not around anymore.
Yeah. If they would have let him do what he did at the other show, I guess what I'm saying, since they limited him in the new situation, that's why it didn't go where
so you're
it
saying
went
UPN
to.
should have gave him that freedom to create more shows.
Because then you would still be around because
but UPN is gone. There's a such thing as being over leveraged and having to sell.
Because you didn't spread the responsibility according to his story.
I'm not saying, no, you're not wrong. But you're saying what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's the same thing with Roc Nation. It's like they are not universal. They're not a publicly traded company that has endless amounts of money to do anything. They're working with limited money. So they got to think like niggas. We can either, no.
I'm trying to shortcut niggas where I can.
No, not even that. I'm going to take it different. It's like niggas. Like, you gave me a brick. I could flip it for 2,000. Or I could break it down, give everybody something. Now we run the block, and now we turn that one brick into 10,000. That's what they're doing. They just don't want nobody working on blocks that's not with them. And I'm not mad at that. It just wouldn't work for me and where I was at and where I'm at right now. Because like right now, I don't have a job. I'm not governed by nobody. What's keeping me alive? My publishing checks and my shit that I did in the past. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have nothing now. And that's what I was trying to make them see. But it was good. Like, first of all, I fuck with Lenny S. I fuck with Tata. I fuck with Jay. I don't know Jay-Z. Like, Omar and Shari that's my family. So I fuck with them. So it's not like that. But like, I hate when we can make him a villain, but he's really out there leveraging us outside for himself. So I can understand why that's a villain shit. But at the same time, Nicki, he invited you to the table. You know what I'm saying? That's how, now mind you, he needed you. But there was still someone else you could have invited. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it was Madonna, it was Usher, it was a lot of people. Beyonce, his wife was in there, like a lot of people. But, he tried something big, he failed, shit didn't work out. That's business. Nicki just ain't gonna let up. What y'all think? Rashad,
Oh,
go ahead.
What you were talking about, you didn't think in that standpoint, you standing next to Jay or just Rock Nation in general, that your cachet goes to a level where now the flashlight is on you to be able to see what you have to offer?
Yeah, but then every time somebody's gonna offer me something, they would talk to them.
Well, I guess what about like YMCMB? Like everybody, we was fans of Lil Wayne. So
Yeah.
even though Cash Money was still involved, Young Money became what it became.
You just used a terrible analogy.
Why is that?
Because Young Money was just
under
a
Cash
label
Money,
on paper.
right?
That was Cash Money.
Okay.
They just changed the name.
Correct. But the brand, I feel like with the brand, eventually you're going to be able to monetize off of your
Man,
brand.
fuck the brand. If you Wayne, nigga, see, that was the business. You talking brand. Wayne had the business. The business was Nicki, Drake, and Young Money. That was the brand was just Young Money. They were smarting it by saying YMCMB.
But yeah, it was Cash Money.
But it was Cash Money.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wayne
On
only
paper.
like even when I was around him, like you hear Baby talk, like who do you? Everybody wants to be a businessman. I want y'all to know, it's people in this room. These are bodies that have to be accounted for. Just being honest. So when people, Lil Wayne had artists signed to him, but did he have a Vicky Charles? Did he have a Katina Bynum? These are the people that have been with Cash Money since the beginning of time. That they started with. That was probably juniors, but it's seniors fuck, and with them. Yeah. Dog, you cannot, you're gonna do the business. That's why I can't let you go with that Wayne line. You're gonna do the business.
First.
You gotta know how to run the business. And that means Wayne should have had at least 5 to 7 employees at Young Money, at the peak of it, on top of Cash Money.
Tiger, they had a lot of people.
And by the way, it only went as far as Wayne went until other people like Drake and Nicki
Started
figured out
taking
I
off,
had to take off my own shit. Then Tiger siloed off, but like everybody else that basically got left with YMCMB was
They kind of
basically
flopped.
they was just kind of sitting around waiting on Wayne. Like they still sitting around waiting on Wayne. But probably so.
That's the real shit, Mac Main, yeah.
No, but Mac Main is the president and he's Wayne's manager. But my point is, even then they had to switch that up because Mac Main was the president of YMCMB. But he's running, well, he's probably getting a salary, probably $400,000 or $500,000, who knows how much it is. But then the money, the retirement money, the master money, that was coming to Birdman and them or to management. That's why who manages Lil Wayne now? Mac Main and I think Fee still. But Mac Main had to find a way to make some money because
outside of this shit.
How do you make money if you run a label? You only make money from the overhead, from the label, or the back end checks that come in. It's only 2 ways to make money if you're running a label: the advance or the back end. Period. So yeah.
The irony of that, what you saying that, so it's almost like really with Nicki and Jay, their situation is like neither one of them are technically at fault because it's almost like she didn't know.
No, I think Jay-Z has some fault.
No.
At the end of the day, you did need Nicki Minaj. When Tidal came out, like maybe 2016, 2015, Nicki was one of the biggest rappers. You got Beyonce with the biggest singer. There was a male rapper they brought in too that was pretty big. So you needed each of these people to move off of Apple Music to come to Tidal. So even if the investment didn't work out, you still owe her whatever X she was promised. You know what I mean?
And not only that, Jay was in a hard position too because I think he was the only person out of the 12 that didn't have his music streaming nowhere but Tidal.
Oh, exclusively on Tidal, right?
He was the only person.
Yeah, I think because they did the Pablo album.
Well, Pablo album.
Yes, they
Jay's
did do
whole
Pablo.
catalog.
Okay.
That's why artists like to control their catalog. His
Gotcha.
catalog wasn't nowhere. It was exclusively on Tidal for a hot second.
Well, you're right.
Yes, and then, but listen, man, this shit is tax bracket way above us. All I'm gonna say is just keep watching. And to me, I just want to know how this plays out because Jay is they work behind the scenes. They not like, trust me, you don't get them phone calls. I had somebody on my show dissing them. Trust me, I got a phone call.
So you think Nicki?
What? Nigga, they dog, that's why I love, the thing I admire the most about Rock Nation is they will all die for that nigga today. We'll die for him. But now here's the key to that. Because they will all die for him, they all live for him. And
Whatever he say, go.
But not even whatever he say, go, because I want to make it sound I don't know I've never been around to know if it's yes man or not. So I don't want to be whatever it say goes. That's unfair to them. But what I will say is that wherever he said was where we had to go. Or we could stay here and be like off the boat.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying to be on the boat race still.
The
so,
boat
yeah.
is going. The boat is going where it's going. That's
Yep.
the one thing you can say what you want. That nigga was like, we're going.
Yep.
We're going. Oh, he's throw him off the boat. You know, nigga, he's drowning. Hey, nigga. Are we trying to get to that right there? I want to get there. I mean, and you need that kind of leader around. And as much as it's dog eat dog, I think if Jay was a white man doing that, nobody cares. I think it's because he's black.
Absolutely.
He's moving like white men do, but because he's black. And by the way, he moves like white men in business, but he moves like black through culture. Because he leveraged his relationships in business
So it's like black
to work with these
brand,
white men
business.
to help black brands and help black folks.
Yes.
He's moving like the white man for the black people. Absolutely.
Yes.
But like I was finna say, bro, no wonder he keeps that shit in house because he knows them niggas he got over there willing to die.
Exactly. And see what Jay-Z has that none of these other rappers have. And I gotta give it. He got a crew of niggas that understood their role.
Boom.
Because let's be clear, and women, let's be clear. Fab could have did it if he had the right team. Kiss them could have did it if they had the right team. And by the way, you know why they didn't have the right team?
Why?
Because they didn't have a Dame.
Ooh.
See, Jay, that's why I give Dame so much credit. See, Dame laid the foundation of, remember, Jay doesn't talk.
Right.
He doesn't talk, right? So Dame laid the foundation of how to work. And once the foundation was laid, it's easy to copy now. That's why.
Damn, that made me think of that clip.
That
you
clip
talk about
with the
him and
Miz,
Clue
with the
now.
Miz, no, with the Miz, with the clip with Clue, and then the clip with the Miz said what he said, and everybody doesn't like it. But the reality is that it worked, and that's the part that I want people to know about me. I'm not a hater. I don't hate. If it's working, nigga, it works, nigga. I've done everything in my power to emulate what they are. My company was called Raydar Management LLC. It's only Raydar now because they dropped Rock Nation Records. It's like, you can be anything. You could be Raydar can manage you in sports. It can sign you. It can publish you.
Not gonna
so
box
that's
yourself in.
so I love what they do, but I gotta tell the truth, my nigga. And by the way, I told this to them. Me and Tata talked for 4 hours, and we was, by the way, was laughing. I was like, "Yo, Todd, man, I love y'all niggas, and I want to throw up the rock, but I don't want to get. What happens when I don't want to no more?" And he was like, "Why wouldn't you want to?" I'm like,
Where's
"I
your
don't
reason for
know."
leaving? Yeah.
I'm not in, but I want to remain. I want to have that
Option.
ability in case this doesn't work for me to still walk away with what I have. And it was like you got to walk in with nothing and build with us. And that's when I was like, you know what? And
Not worth it right now.
I respect it. That's what I want people to understand. I didn't walk away saying fuck them niggas. I hate them niggas. They some haters. I appreciate